All right, I thought I'd take you guys on a little tour of all the plants after the hard freeze, just to kind of get an idea, show you guys what did well, what didn't. Believe it or not, the lemon tree, it needs water so it looks sad, but it still has blooms. It looks like the kale did all right. Of course, the basil died. I repotted that. I kept it alive all winter long, got starts off of it, and was trying to keep the plant going. But while it was outside, it was just a real light green. It didn't have that nice dark green that basil is supposed to have. So I didn't care if anything happened to it. The chives did wonderful. My one romaine, red romaine, it did good. My only two spinach plants that I was able to grow, they're still rocking it. That's the lavender, did all right. And so did the thyme and lemon thyme. The parsley did good. The oregano, it went to seed way early this year for some reason, so I didn't get any oregano, but it looks like there's actually some little bit I might be able to pull. It's not supposed to get another freeze, I don't think, so I might be able to harvest some of it here next week or two. And I planted all the herbs right here, so that way next year I won't have to replant them. That's my rhubarb plant. It weathered the freeze just fine. All the pretty red down in there. So I won't harvest anything off of this until next year. As you can see, the okra did not fare well. It was dying anyway. It was end of season, but I mean, it's crazy. It just turns black. And these were long since done. The Brussels sprouts, I just left them out here. I hadn't pulled them yet. And the tomatoes, they're pretty black. They didn't do very well. And it looks like, though, the purple onions, a couple of yellows that I had out here, they're doing fine, which, I mean, they're more of a cold weather crop anyways. And then that wonderful giant loofah. So I come out here and was kind of testing to see what happened to the actual plant, like the loofahs, while they were left out in the freeze, because I harvested a bunch before it froze, because I heard that you needed to bring them in, that it will ruin them if they get a freeze. But actually most of these seem to have done all right. I can harvest that one. So I'm going to go through here and just kind of pick out the rest of them. I mean, that thing was a monster. I had no idea that 5 seeds would do that much damage. As you can see, it's several feet from where I am. It had started taking over these peas right here, all up into the tomatoes. I mean, it's like loofah city. It just kept popping them out, so many. So I may try to see if I can get some more out of here. These are the ones I had kind of stepped on when I was trying to figure out what ones to keep, just to see. Some of them might have been all right to take, but there was so many I didn't mind seeing what was inside of them. Of course, all the peppers turned black. My husband, he thought maybe he could salvage one by putting this on top of it, but of course we knew that wouldn't work. And these are his peppers down here under this black shade netting. Let's see, if it helped them stay. Oh, yeah. Well, that one's fallen over. I don't know. They look pretty droopy. Those two look, smaller ones looked okay. I don't know if that one don't look too bad because he had that tarp laying on him. And I had already pulled off the broccoli pieces that I wanted. I'll feed the rest of this to the pigs. And then of course the green beans were already dying out. They didn't do so well. I got a good first round, or a couple rounds I guess, off of it. I planted like 105 plants I think, and most of them survived. And it's probably, it goes all the way down to the end, so I think it was about 100-foot row of green beans. And man, I'll tell you, it was a lot, because I found out I loved the dilly beans. So the plan was to make a whole bunch of dilly beans, and I got some made, but with all the issues we've had with the garden this summer, it was really hard to like stay motivated to keep everything going. It's the first year I ever had this terrible of a garden. There's the loofah again, all the way over here. This was my cucumber trellis. Needless to say, they got destroyed by fungus, disease, whatever, moles. But I just thought I'd come out here and show you guys what a hard freeze will do to your plants, and to see if any of them survived. This mammoth right here is actually asparagus that had started, and these little red pods, these are the seeds. When you bust them open, the little seeds are inside. I had already pulled a bunch of seeds, and I went and out there by that pile, I went and spread a bunch all along the field there to see if they'll pop up next year. And I'll go in and trim this all off, trim it down to just nubs before winter gets here. But yeah, to bring you guys out here and just kind of show you what the garden looks like at the end of season, and hopefully next year we'll have a better year.